Okay guys, a slightly different video from me. Something very, very real, and I'm not gonna milk it or fake it or put on a fake persona and try and act, depressed and low at the start and then at the end be smiling and happy and have some inspirational music. I'm just gonna make this very real. I'm just in a slump right now. I'm still working, I'm still doing stuff, I'm not being negative about it and whatever. I've just had, plain and simple, a lot of fucking shit happen to me. Just one thing after another. And everybody has a measuring stick. Everyone has a limit. And I've not really hit a limit of I quit, I give up. I'm not that type of person. And neither am I depressed. I'm certainly not depressed. I think I'm just too old to get depression. I'm 31 years old. I've seen it, I've been there, I've done it. I've just, I'm not suicidal, depressed or whatever. I just know that it's tough right now. Things are difficult. I'm sad, pissed off. Do you know what I mean? Quite down. I haven't got that jump out of bed at 5 a.m. feeling that I have usually or at different moments. And this happens from time to time. This isn't a one-off. This happens to me throughout my life. It's normal. I want to make sure people know that it's normal. Things can't always be good, they can't always be bad. But the reason I want to do this, I'm going to make it maybe into, I think, one long video, because watching a series might be quite deep. It might be like, oh, tune in next week for more depression. Do you know what I mean? I don't want that. So I might just make it into one video. And what I'm going to do is something proactive that I think has never been done before. And has never been done in this style. For somebody to say, I'm not depressed, this isn't some motivational video, like I'm just temporarily sad, pissed off. Things are tough. Okay, so how'd you get out of them? So what I'm going to do, and I have decided already, I'm going to do one video on this. It's going to be quite a long one. I'm going to show you guys how to get out of a sad, down, depressive state. How to put your life in order, one by one, brick by brick, because sometimes you can be on top of it. Because I've got here from working and progressing and having momentum, etc. And it's just like I've bitten off too much. 100 things all happen at once. As they say, when it rains, it pours, right? I've had probably, if I'm realistically, 30 bad things happen all back to back in a short space of time. It's a lot to deal with. It tires you out, right? So, I caught myself today and I was like, you're down. You're not out, but you're down. Do you know what I mean? You're not your normal self. You're in the mud right now. The house isn't clean. The fridge isn't full. My beard's just long. Do you know what I mean? You just kind of let yourself go. I don't have any clothes. The only pair of boots that I have are from last year and they're all scuffed and muddy and stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, I can see what's happened here. You've kind of just semi-given up. Do you know what I mean? You just get tired and I've just semi-given up. And that's what happens when you get sad, you get pissed off, you get drained and whatever. So what I'm going to do is show you guys. So I've made a plan and I'm going to show you guys how to get out of this position, how to get out of this state, how to put your life back on track, because there's too many videos out there and there's too many people out there that encourage you to stay depressed, to stay down, feel sorry for yourself, but it doesn't actually get you anywhere. And I want to show you guys this is normal to feel like this. It's just life. Do you know what I mean? You're going to feel like shit now and then. I certainly do right now. But I'm not feeling sorry for myself. And I'm thinking, okay, I can see how you got in this position. I can see how you've semi let everything drop because you prioritize work so much and you're super stressed and your energy levels and motivation to work will be a little bit lower than normal. Okay, so let me show you how to get out of this. That's going to be the plan. And I think this video is going to be groundbreaking. I don't care how many views it gets. I just think it'll be groundbreaking for so many young people out there that will watch it and go, that makes sense to me now. Okay, somebody's actually given me a step-by-step roadmap of how to put my life back on track. Rather than saying, if you're depressed, go and sign up to Better Health or whatever it is, Better Help or all this shit. This is all people do now. So I'm going to show you step-by-step how you actually do this, okay? Without, I have to talk to somebody. I'm going to show you, because I've had this moment before and I was waiting for it to come around again so I can make this video and show you guys, okay, I'm in a slump, I feel like shit. Let me just put some things right in my life and show you how to actually get out of this pit that you can find yourself in now and then. So it's going to be very interesting. So we're going to go through the list and stuff in the next video, next time you see me on this camera. So I'm just using my phone because I think it will be easier to like travel to the shop, go to the barber, to go to the gym and just catch some quick footage and like always show you guys what I'm doing rather than having to grab the camera. I'm going to give up if I do that. So in the next video, I'm going to show you the full list. I'm going to go through everything and what I think should be done. Right then, guys, we are in the office. I've got the traditional 1STMAN lighting on. The reason being, trying to find that looks sick, doesn't it? How good does that look? There you go, you get a little tour of the office. The reason I need you at that angle is because I got my notes up on the screen, which I realize you can't actually do on your phone. And what I'm going to do is talk through, I wrote all this earlier, I'm going to talk through what led me here, just so you guys get an impression of how this shit happens, okay? So just 2 months ago, I was doing great. Like I was fucking flying, never felt better. Then, well, it's a bit before that, probably 3-4 months. So, stream platform, huge investment and stress to launch it. You guys remember that? Failed launch with payment issues. So that's all it was. It was just a payment thing where people couldn't actually sign up. We had a percentage and we had to delete everyone, go again. It's a nightmare. That's happened twice actually. Raised around about 90,000 roughly in donations and initial signups, and 24k from my dad's house sale came through. Great times. Every penny had to go back into the platform within 14 days. That was rough. That hurt. Got so much online hate at the time and had to fight the whole he's a scammer narrative for 3 months, which sucked. Mass restock of all products where I went down to my last penny. That is pretty normal for me, but you know, amongst all the other shit, it hurts. Heat wave in the UK and I couldn't work properly for 2 months because this place is boiling. That's, you know, first world issue problems, but it's still annoying. I wanted to quit YouTube due to how the industry was shaping up. You guys remember that. The end of 1STMAN video just wasn't in a good place. Channel was slowly dying where I'd posted once in 3 months. Again, I just couldn't, with the heat, and I was pissed off with the industry. I was trying to figure shit out. I quit boxing at the time. I had a fight coming up, which I was training for. And I couldn't get back to the gym due to a busy schedule, and just became too busy with too many fires to put out, which really annoyed me because that was keeping me motivated. Paid my platform builders another 30 grand only for the same payment issue to resurface, which still isn't solved today. That one fucking really hurt. There's 30 grand that you could do with, that you could do stuff with, you gave it to them and just like nothing changed, you know what I mean? So that was annoying. I got a cold, shook it off, but felt as though I haven't had a chance since to get properly healthy again. I'm constantly tired, snotty and run down. I think I've sniffed 2 times in this video alone. I just haven't had time to get back to normal. They said everything was working fine on their end. I think I put something in between there. So they said everything was working fine on their end, but I had hundreds, if not thousands of people telling me they couldn't sign up. Meaning we were missing out on around about £20,000 per month of extra money. That's a huge amount of money, guys, you know? Where am I? This meant the products I sell were and still are funding everything on their own, which sucks because you've got one source of income funding absolutely everything. So we made 20 grand in a week after that, which was great. And in between that, I was thinking, okay, things are looking up again, which is a pretty normal week for us, 20k, but it'll be relevant in a second. Then the boiler broke, the roof started leaking, shower broke and started leaking, toilet got blocked. Small things, but they all add up to inconvenience. Then I had to register for VAT after lowering the prices of the products, which meant immediately having to increase them again, which makes you look like a fucking fraud. And you have to recalculate everything. Then you're wondering, okay, like, are people still going to buy them at the higher price? It's just annoying after doing so, like a 20 grand week. So that 20 grand we made in a week, we then had no direct tax bill because I've put so much back in reinvestment wise, so I don't actually have to pay any tax. But that was 4,200 just for the tax services, £1,000 to repair my car. There was about £1,000 of miscellaneous and, you know, travel and stuff like that. Rent was 8,400 for 6 months up front, which that was annoying because they wouldn't let me do 1,400. I predicted that they would, so I put that 30 grand back into the platform. and you know, I was left with X amount, and then they asked me, instead of 1.4 for the month, they asked me for 8.4, and I was like, but I've made over $500,000 this year. And they were like, I know, but you only pay yourself $30,000 a year, which doesn't qualify for the 2.5 thresholds that you need to earn to live in that place. I was like, do you know how stupid this is? I've put all my money back in. No, it says you don't earn enough. And I was like, because I don't pay myself a lot on purpose, so I can reinvest it. Like, but that's post rent. They weren't having it, so I had to pay them $8,400. And the platform company that I use were demanding $18,500 instead of what I thought would be $12,500. Okay, so then I paid family members. It should have been $12,500. I still debate that to today. It's so annoying. I told them I didn't want to pay any more bills after August, and they added 2 more. Apparently it's a contract thing, but it's so silly. Paid family members and Alex for the filming of those projects, and got left with around about £1,000 of my own money. I tell you guys this all the time. I go down to minus £1,000 all the time. I called my shipping company to ask how much of an outstanding bill was left, and their answer was, you haven't actually paid anything towards it. So roughly a year ago, I had 20 grand shipping bill. I had in my account at the time, this is no joke, 19,950. So it bounced, it declined. I had no idea. I just thought, oh, it's gone out like it does every month. We had more money come in. I reinvested I did a restock of all products, so I spent a shit ton of money on them. And then that company said to me, oh, you've got an outstanding bill of 20,000. And I was like, seems a little bit weird. I was like, well, I don't want to pay it all in one go. I was like, it's sort of a you mistake. Let me just pay £1,000 extra per month and it'll get paid off. That was a year ago. I was assuming, okay, we're down to £8,000 left now, maybe a little bit less. I messaged them the other day, like I said, and they were like, nothing's been paid towards it. We forgot to set that up. You know, it's just little stresses like that just piss you off. So you're like, okay, I've got to pay 20 grand off at some point too. Just fucking annoying. I had to end it with a woman that I really liked due to stress, and one thing I didn't like about her, which I obviously won't go into out of respect. I removed one of the only good things in my life at the time. That's what I've written on there. So that was one of the only fun things in my life at the time, one of the only good things that I was enjoying, and I had to remove it, which I've done before in the past, but it takes something nice away from your life, something enjoyable, you know, dates, sex, looking at somebody who's beautiful. Like, they're nice, it's nice things, you know. I cancelled or at least delayed a Marbella trip due to how much money I was spending. I was like, it's just silly to do right now. So I see if I can frame this so I can see myself still. Let me scroll this up. Luckily, still making 20k per month. Then bang, Shopify, hold my money and say it's due to the men's lifestyle supplement and the test booster, which they said we can't support your business. So they were holding 10 grand of my money, which I still needed for the final 12,500 platform bill. I've applied to 18 other payment gateways and got rejected by all of them, which is frustrating. Left having to find someone new to continue building the stream platform and somebody to take payments for our products. All prior subscriptions have been deleted due to Shopify not being the provider anymore. So, you know, all that work that I've done getting people on subscriptions is gone. They'd have to sign up again, which is a massive pain in the arse. There's nothing we can do. All whilst making sure the products don't run out of stock and we have enough for the mass restock in a month or two. Currently messaging payment gateways regarding taking payments and trying to figure out why platform payments aren't going through. We'll have to pay out another 70,000 before Christmas, meaning no clothes, holidays, anything for myself, etc. Basically, accidentally cut off all friends too, as I'm so busy, I'm forgetting to reply and never free to meet up. Wanting to make videos daily, a new course and a new book, but can't find any time to do so. I'm also making a course for Hamza, which I could finish by Sunday. That's my aim. I'm going to do 5 or 6 videos tonight and 5 or 6 tomorrow. I've already done like 10. It makes it hard to stay on top of eating properly and house chores, working until late and therefore getting up later than normal. Somehow still in shape. I weighed myself yesterday, I was 90 kilograms and I'm still lean. I've still got a 6-pack. And this is after cutting for boxing. I cut down to 83 kilograms. So I'm just rebuilding back from that. I'm still in good boxing shape and stuff. Got some great investments I'm desperate to make, but with 100k pretty much guaranteed to go out the door by February. That's a tough opportunity to watch slip by, which is going to annoy me. Not looking your best, right? Although I'm looking pretty lean on this camera right now. Not looking your best due to lifestyle and stress, which adds to you feeling worse about things. Skin looking grey, which has been annoying me lately. I've tried to fix it today. Bags under my eyes, which are definitely still there. Whilst wearing old clothes from last year, which is, fine but annoying, especially when I make as much as I do. That have seen better days. Left with ongoing problems. I'm sick and tired of trying to fix stuff with no luck. Okay, so that's the situation, guys. I hope that's not too depressing. I'm just outlining what is going on. Like, this is why I feel the way I do. It's not, I feel depressed mentally, because these are real things. Like, this is enough to get anybody down, right? Especially when you're the one funding it all and you just can't have a normal life. So the good news is I've got a plan. And I've structured it, and this is what you guys should do, okay? So there we go. I don't have to move the phone now. So the plan, set a target. The reason we set targets is because it holds you accountable and creates optimism. Okay, and we set it in the future. I've told you guys this before. Say within the next 6 months, I'm going to. So, this is all my own strategies, and I know how to get out of this situation. So end of May, it's been a plan of mine for a while. End of May. So I don't know if it's the 30th or the 31st. I assume it's the 31st. That's going to be my target, because that's when my rent basically runs out and we start, the cycle of summer, which is when I like to enjoy myself. So lowest possible bills is an aim by that point. So stuff like streaming platform at 16.5 grand a month and whatnot. I don't want that anymore. It's fucking annoying me. 95 kilograms in lean. I think we'll be able to get back to that easily, because I was 96 before I cut for boxing, and I was already pretty lean. Best I've ever looked health-wise. I'm gonna really push for that. Move back to London. It's always been my aim, end of May, so that's on my list. Have all products restocked. Have 200,000 YouTube subs. I don't really care too much, but it gives me a reason to keep posting and uploading videos daily. Having, streaming platform issues solved and 30 shows on the platform. 1 year since launch, we would have had 30 shows. I think that's a pretty reasonable aim and very good to aim for. So how do we get there? Well, we start with the little steps, okay? So number one, routine. And I might, in the editing, I might bring this up on the side so you guys can see what I'm reading through, so it's not just me looking away from the camera. Routine and good life habits, priority. This is the main thing we have to do here. Prevents things from getting worse. That's why we do this, okay? So I've got in brackets next to each thing why we're doing it. So it prevents things from getting worse. This is why you need it. Beds by 10 p.m. at the latest. Wake up, it's not always possible, but that's your aim. Wake up at 6 a.m. at the latest. Okay? Gym, and then back by 8 a.m. at the latest. Because any later you start getting lazy. You feel like you're chasing the day. Eaten a proper meal, 2 liters of water, and showered and sat at my desk before 9 a.m. That's non-negotiable, that has to happen. And 2 in brackets, which is go for a run or some form of cardio 2 times per week. And go for a walk every lunchtime, regardless of weather. I've stopped doing that. I used to do all that stuff. I used to go cardio twice a week, go and do boxing with my coach, and I used to walk 2-3 times a day, but guaranteed every day lunchtime I'd go for a walk. I've stopped doing it. But do you know what that does, going for a walk? Number one, it gets you out of the house. Number two, it's fresh air, it's sunlight, it's daylight, whatever. But number three, and I think most importantly, is it forces you to look good. If you're not leaving the house and you're working and whatever, you can sit there in a hoodie, long beard. I can let this all grow out and whatever. For those of you who don't know, this is a head tattoo. So some bits in patches grow, this grows, but all the bold bits don't. So it ends up looking terrible. So you've got an excuse to not go out and not do anything. But, if you go out every lunchtime, you're going to dress well. You don't know who you're going to bump into. Could be your ex-girlfriend, right? I probably wouldn't be, but you get my point. So step 2 is remove clutter and seek positives. This is what people don't do, seeking the positives. The reason we do this is to change your mindset. So let's look at what's happened recently. The roof is fixed, the shower is fixed, the toilet is fixed, and the boiler's being fixed Monday. So let's not cry over spilt milk. That's all been, as of Monday, that's all done. That's in the past. So forget about it. It was annoying, I didn't have this, and the roof was leaking. It's gone now. As of Monday, it's gone. There's no point crying over that. Rent is paid for the next 6 months. That's the one advantage, okay? So I wanted to pay 1.4 a month. I had to pay a big chunk of money. Yeah, it's annoying, but now in your head, okay, I don't have to pay any rent for the next 6 months. That's quite relaxing. Do you know what I mean? So there's a positive. So it's already I'm feeling more uplifted already, guys, just reading through these. I'll be honest with you. Platform builds will be finished as of Christmas, if not sooner. That's 1.5 years of hell over and a lot of spare money back in my pocket. That's a huge positive. That's fucking great. You know, the prospect of that, you know, 12.5 grand going out the door in the next 6 weeks or so. Annoying, but, you know, it might be a tougher Christmas because you're thinking to yourself, well, I better prioritize the money for a restock of the products. But fuck, like, that's a year and a half you've been spending all that money for every month. That's about 250 grand. Like, that's back in your pocket next year. That's great. I messaged my boxing coach today and we've set up a session for next week. Buzzing for that. Okay, and I'm not doing it seriously. I'm going to say to him, look, I'm tired. A lot of shit happening right now. What I want to do here is, you know, go back to what we did when we started, when we were doing this for fun. And that's what we're going to do in the sessions. Just enjoy it for 30 minutes, you know. And it also, the biggest part of this is if I'm having a lazy day or a lazy week, I always try and schedule him on like a Monday or Tuesday. So it just gets you up off your ass, gets you in the gym, doing something tough. Do you see what I mean? So that's going to help. Back in the gym on Monday, I'm still 90 kilograms and around 14% body fat, and I'm strong as fuck because the last 2 times I went to the gym, it was just, I was hitting like close to PBs after not going for a long time, and I'm the lightest I've been. With boxing mobility and quickness still being there. What a positive at 31 years old. That's fantastic, right? I've got 2 new projects for the stream platform, which has been paid for, and they're ready next week. What Bare Knuckle one is unfucking believable. Huge positive. Can't wait to watch those. Alex should get them to me very soon. So I'm looking forward to watching them, putting them out, putting the trailers out. You know, that's buzz, that's momentum, that's fantastic. So I feel like this is what people don't do when they get depressed. They don't look for the positives. Like, I'm already smiling. I'm feeling great. I've got 4,000 units of stock still available to sell. Should last another 2 months, maybe 3. That's great. You know, we're nearly sold out of 3 products, which, you know, you could see as a negative, but I see it as a positive. It means people like them, they've bought them, they've sold out. That's great. 2 promising payment gateways, which has said that they might be able to do this for me. So, you know, good news, might be able to talk to them on Monday and they say, you know, problem solved. Then our earnings go back to normal rather than just having PayPal in place, which not everyone has. The past 2 weeks views on the channel have been brilliant. I really appreciate that, guys. You know, the most recent video about voice and whatever, I think that semi-flopped. But you don't have to watch, do you know what I mean? You don't have to watch, like, that's up to you. I've got no God-given right to get X amount of views. But before that, every single video, we've been smashing it. So, yeah, that was really good news. Happy about that. I've got good enough clothes to get me through the rest of the winter for the gym and day-to-day life. You know, I've still got expensive shit that I bought last year. It's like £700-800 coats and whatnot. Like, this jacket is from Massimo Ducci. This jumper's from Reese. Like, do you know what I mean? It's not the worst. Just keep it ironed and cleaned, or the other way around, and you're fine. I've got a cheap but great barber to get my beard groomed. It doesn't cost me a lot, so, you know, that's a positive because I can keep this groomed without, you know, having to spend too much money, and I can put all that money back in the business. I've got all the skincare products I'll ever need. My car is working great. No MOT, tax or insurance until March. Okay, so this is what you've got to do. You've got to seek out all the positives, as many as you could possibly do without getting silly. You know, and it makes me feel a little bit more grateful. And, you know, look at the future. Look at what we're doing moving forward. This is brilliant. Like, there's some nice things in place there. So it's got me feeling better, and I've got an exact routine that I want to follow. So that's removed the clutter in my mindset, made me more, you know, more fixated on what we got to do. I've got a plan. I'm optimistic about the next 6-7 months or so. So the next chapter for me is things I need to sort to gain control, which is removing stress. That's why we do this. So number 1, payment provider that is secure and won't drop me months later without warning. Okay, so I need something permanent. That needs to be a major fix in my life. Speaking with tech support around the clock to diagnose the issue for streaming platform payment issues. That just needs to be a priority. I need to just bang on to the providers, like, what is going on? Why has this happened? Why is this an issue? Okay. And as soon as we can get that fixed, the better. It's going to remove a ton of stress, like I said. So that's on the agenda. What else do we have? Find a new stream platform builder so I know moving forward the bugs will be ironed out. Now, I don't have to pay them, I don't have to hire them, but I just know that they can do it, and we've got a secondary option. It's going to remove a lot of stress, make me feel good, and I've got somebody ready to go. tactically restock the correct product at the right time to make sure there's no out of stock moments for too long. That's a tough one, but I'm gonna have to write down how many units we've got left of everything. You know, how much we're gonna make off this one, how much it's gonna cost. I can jig it around. It's gonna be fine. Pay off final stream platform bill and start recouping finances again. Instead of paying out 30,000-40,000 a month, let's get this down, okay? Let's get this down to even if it's just sub 5, you know, anything below 5,000 per month, we're going to be able to put a few 100,000 in the bank account, which gives us options, gives us a mass restock. I can go and buy a property overseas in the UK. Do you know what I mean? It just gives you some more leverage. I can diversify my income. That would be a nice, you know, nice moment, because at the moment I put so much back in that it's unsettling. I'm never stable. And finally, I'm going to stick to UK-based stream platform projects for the next 2 months. Okay, the Marbella trip, I think we put it on hold. It is what it is. So next up, maintenance goals. This is what I'm going to do to just keep things ticking along. These are non-negotiables that I can just do in the background. And the reason we do this is because it can only go bad for so long, right? And if you let yourself go, if you let your normal day-to-day work rate go and you focus on other things, when things turn and they go good again, you're not in a position to capitalize. Whereas if you can maintain with these maintenance goals, when things go good again, you know, you're going to have systems in place. Do you get what I mean, guys? Nothing's going to drop off too quickly, and it'll make sense now. So that is 3 YouTube videos per week. You get the idea now, right? Like staying on top of the basics. That's pretty much what this is. Gym 5 days per week, stay on top of emails, keep spending habits extremely low, which is always important. Keep the house clean, massive. Honestly, I couldn't tell you how sloppy it makes you when it's dirty. Keep the fridge full of good food so you don't, you know, start eating shit and cheating and whatnot. Stay well groomed, which is massive. I don't care what anybody says, show up looking good, always look good, makes you feel good. Stay away from women for 6 months. And this doesn't mean that women are a problem. It just means they're a distraction. Okay, it doesn't mean that, you know, women are some nightmare that you need to keep out of your life. It just means at this moment in time, it's probably best for me to focus on other things. I'm busy. I've got other things I want to focus on. It's just not the right time. Do you know what I mean? And so it's just stay away from women for 6 months. They can take a lot of time and money and energy and whatnot. So, you know, just for the betterment of me and even the women that I'd be dating, it's better for me right now to be single for the next 6 months and not really date too much and whatever. So I cut off the one that I was dating for a long time. We've seen each other for months, and I've cut off any new women that I was speaking to. It's a shame because I was speaking to some good women, but more come along. So it is what it is, right? And at the end of all of this, I'm going to have a holiday either in May or early June. I think end of May, just before I move to London. I think get a real nice tan, go on holiday, relax, be like, look what we've accomplished, and then move to London full of energy, you know, raring to get back to things and move to the big city again. It's been too long. I've been away from London for like 3 years. It's killing me, to be honest. I love it there. So that's the plan, and that fills me with optimism. So short term, tonight, right now, it's 5:22 p.m. on a Saturday. I need to do Hamza's videos. Like this is something I need to do because I've promised that I was going to do them. So that's going to get me, you know, nailed in. So I'm going to do 5 or 6. That's going to get me locked in, should I say. I'm doing 5 or 6 videos probably after what I'm going to do next. But what I'm going to do next is I'm going to clean the house slightly. Okay, it's not that dirty. I did it earlier. Just make sure that the house is presentable so you actually feel like a mature 31-year-old man who's got his life together. Like, it's a mindset thing, I'm telling you. Because 4 weeks ago, I was probably doing that. But now you're like, oh, I'm tired. I just go to bed. I just take my clothes off, put them on the side, hop in the bed, an unmade bed. It'll be fine. I'll wake up in the morning. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. It seeps in, right? And I don't want that to happen. Secondly, I need to do a massive food shop. So I'm going to do a massive food shop now. I need some shoes as well, guys. And Reese closes at 6. I might do it tomorrow. They open at 11. Now, I know I said spending habits, but here's the thing. The state of my shoes right now from last year are a fucking shit show. And it makes me feel like shit. It doesn't make me want to go out. I feel sloppy. That's what I don't want to feel sloppy. I would rather spend £200 on a nice pair of shoes than feel sloppy and just be like, oh, I can't bother today. I want to dress up. I want to wake up, look good and whatever. I think it puts you in a good habit and routine. So that's going to be the plan. I'm going to go and do a shop. I'm going to do Hamza's videos and I'm going to buy some new shoes tomorrow. right? And I know it sounds silly. How'd you get out of depression? You buy some new shoes. Like, is that retail therapy? I'm telling you, if you look good, you feel good, you're sleeping well, you're drinking 4 liters of water per day, you're in the gym, you know, it's a rhythm. It puts you in a, this is why I wanted to make this video, because this never gets described. This never gets told with depression. Everybody just says, oh, depression isn't real, or go and talk to somebody. And it's like, I'll show you actually how to get out of it. I'll show you an actual routine in a real life scenario. Let's go and have a look at these trainers because they're fucking shocking. I need to take some bins out as well. Look at that, guys. That's what I'm telling you. Stuff like that. You know, jumped in the shower, just threw some stuff on the floor, didn't pick it up, right? This you can't live like this. Bins need to go out. Shocking. Look at these. The state of them. You might be able to see. Look at this. Oh, there's mud and they're all ripped and they've seen better days. Look at them. I need something new. I don't know if you guys can see, but they're all frayed at the bottom as well. It probably won't show that because the mud's hiding it. A good clean isn't going to do it. All of this around the bottom, this like bottom trim, you probably can't see. I don't know. Yeah, all of this is, you see the white bits just there? It's all ripping off. They look terrible, honestly. So I had a black pair and I threw them out. So these have got to go. We've got to get a new pair. We've got to feel good. Here's another example, guys. Clothes just slumped on the chair. Shoes, socks just taken off at night. They're not bad, but they're not really winter appropriate. I like boots. And the bed not made. Sloppiness. Absolute sloppiness. You know, even here, this is a steamer for my clothes. Like, what are you doing, Chris? Just put it away. Do you know what I mean? Just put it away. Like, this is why you're feeling like shit. Your life's not in order, right? So this is what we're going to do first. Right, if you're going out into public as well, guys, massively important. Stay on top of your life. All right, let's go. Smell good, feel good, look as good as you can. These are massive factors that don't get spoken about. So what I'm going to do now, jump in the car, go down to Waitrose. I like quality food, so that's why I shop at Waitrose. I like the experience there as well. I feel like when you go into Tesco's and other places, like you're about 2 seconds away from a fight all the time, so I can't be bothered. But yeah, I was going to say, you guys might be thinking, Chris doesn't seem very depressed. I don't think depression should look like depression. I don't think somebody being down and like, oh fuck, things aren't going well should look like it. Okay, so it's a state of mind. So what do you want me to do? Do you want me to sit there in my pajamas, just kind of rocking back and forth, crying? Like, what the fuck is that about, right? This is normal. Like, the state I'm in now is just like, fuck, this is tough. Like, I woke up this morning and I was like, I don't really want to work. I can't be bothered. That's not like me. You know, I'm gonna grab some food. I'm gonna sit in front of the TV first thing in the morning. Usually I wake up and go to the gym, so it's not me. So that's what I mean. I caught that in the moment and when this has to change. And like, this has been slowly creeping up on me for weeks. And I've been feeling like, oh, fuck this. You know, the stress has been unbearable. It's been tough to deal with. Okay, well, let's look at your life. What have you been doing? You've not been living correctly. You've not been living in the right way. You've not kept those kind of standard habits and all the things I went through earlier. Okay, let's outlay the problem. Here's the problem from top to bottom. This is what's been going wrong. Great, okay, what's the plan to fix all of that? So this is how an adult does it. This is why I'm so pissed off at this like better help stuff. And, you know, everybody needs a counselor. Everybody needs therapy. You know, I'm showing you how to do it now. This is how you take action like a man and actually go, this isn't good enough. My standards have dropped too low. I need to put my life back in order. You know, we need to stay on top of this. And I'm showing you the real life version. Like I said, I hope this video can help so many people because this is real life. This isn't the bullshit that you see in movies of like, okay, let's put an 80s soundtrack on. I'm coming back. I'm sure it's like, no, you just need to do fucking basics on a daily basis. So let's go shopping. Okay then, guys, we have arrived at Waitrose. We're in the car park. I'm not good at this. I was thinking on the way as well, it was really busy because where I live, they have like race horses. Horse racing. They have race horses. They've got horse racing events and there's thousands of people everywhere. My uncle actually walked out in front of me and I beeped like 4 or 5 times. And he'd just gone around the corner and I was like, fuck, he didn't even see me. I don't have his number because it's a new phone. I'm gonna have to get somebody to message him. Yeah, and I was looking, there's like thousands of people everywhere and stuff like that, and it reminded me that like I fall into patterns, I fall into a routine where it's like, I've got this work to do, what's the point in going out? I might as well stay in until it's done. It's almost like an autistic trait where I'm like, I have to stay in, I have to get it done, I can't leave, I can't live my normal life until it's done, and it plays on my mind. And it's a big reason as to why I get down, because I'm like, I can't move on until this is finished. It's, you know, I've learned that about myself. And when I was driving around then, I was like, yeah, of course, like, get out, enjoy yourself, like, you know, I don't have that condition where there's like thousands of people and I'm like, oh, public, I don't care about that. It doesn't bother me one bit. But I just have, because that's what I was thinking about when I was driving. I was like, is that my issue? And then I was like, no, I just like to get shit done. And as soon as I fall into like a pattern of work, I can't get away from it. I'm addicted to work. And when things are going bad and work is the only thing you're doing, your whole life is bad. Do you get what I mean? So I've got to work on that as I get older. But now we're going to go in, we're going to do a shop, we're going to do a healthy shop, we're going to get some really good stuff with the vision of that food lasting a week. I don't want to have to redo this again until maybe, let's say, Sunday next week. Which would be pretty cool, because I imagine there might be like some football on, some friends of mine might pop over. It'll be good timing. I can say, okay, I'm going to go and get some food. And we can all watch the football or something like that, you know? So that gives you another target. So let's go and get some good food. I'm actually feeling way fucking better just being out and about, you know, having purposes, knowing that I've got, when I get home, I'm going to cook, eat some good food and get started on Hamza's videos for the course. Yeah, it's making me feel good. Do you know what I mean? It's giving me some energy. So you can see, guys, just get up, get dressed, look as good as possible, get out, you know, start working on shit. I was already thinking as well, do you know what I could really do with, although I want to lift weights at the moment, ideally, because I want the size, but I could, like, sparring is tomorrow morning. So if I wake up, I feel like it, I might go, because I need something like that, something tough that's going to make me go, oh, fucking hell, like, do you know what I mean? Let's go. We're into action now. But either way, I will be at the gym tomorrow morning. That's a guarantee. Do you know, the other thing I thought on the way as well is, like, a lot of you might be thinking, oh, fuck off. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're living in a penthouse, you're moaning about 20 grand a week, you're driving down to Waitrose in a Range Rover in a nice town. Like, shut your fucking mouth. Yeah, you know, I get it, I understand. But the reason I'm making this video is because I can't turn my circumstances back. You know, my life's good, so I can't turn back on it. I'm only making this video now. But it's also to show you that, like, money, it helps, because I can go and buy those shoes tomorrow. I can go to the gym. I can drive to Waitrose, get some nice food. You know, it does help. But the mental state that I was in, still the same. Rich, broke, it's still the same shit. You know, still the same scenario. So that's why I think this video is important, because I'm showing you step by step what I did when I was 18 and what I'm doing now. Like, this is my routine. Whenever I get in a slump, this is what I do. I go back to basics. I start... You know, I'd love to live like this. I'd love to live like this daily and never slump and stay on top of it. There's some guys that can do it and they're fucking amazing. I just have an all or nothing mindset. And when I go all, it leads to nothing. And what I mean is, like, I put everything in and I have nothing left. That's financially, energy, everything. That comes with everything. It messes me up. It really does mess me up. And I just have to... I have to learn that. I was going to say as well, I threw the bins out, and I threw the shoes out. I just threw them in the bin, which I know might all or nothing, right? I know it might sound extreme, but I'll tell you why I did that. So then I've got no excuse tomorrow. When I wake up tomorrow, I'll be like, I have no boots. I need to go and buy some. Because these shoes that I'm wearing now, the little ones you saw, they're too cold. So you can't wear them in winter. So I need to go and get those boots from Reese. And if they're not there, I'll have to order them online or whatever. But, you know, you get my point. I've basically burnt my bridge. I can't just clean those shoes up and go, oh, they'll be all right for now. Which is a good idea. You know, you're saving money. Financially, it's smart. But I just think sometimes, like I told you before, king for a day. You know, it's the same philosophy. If you're gonna be, you know, if you're dressed well, if you feel good, you smell good, you're groomed well, whatever, you know, your house is clean, you've got food in the cupboard, you're probably gonna live right. You know, if you got up at 5 AM and went to the gym, you're probably gonna live right. And it's just these little habits, and I just give myself no choice. Like, I have to go and buy them now. You have to do it. You know, it's gone too far. Do you know what I mean? So Yeah, let's go and do some shopping before I waffle. Right, shop's all done. I'd say 95% healthy, probably more. There's got some good stuff, a lot of meat. The plan now, drive home, cook, get those videos done, you know, get yourself in a nice routine. Down the gym tomorrow morning. It's 24-hour. I could actually go tonight, which would be probably a good idea, but I just want to make sure I'm in bed by 10. Do you know what's interesting is I actually saw people in that store dressed in like pajamas, slippers. It's just nuts to me. And they've come out and they've grabbed like a big bottle of Coke. One guy said to his missus, do you want to get some sweets? This is the problem with having high standards like we do, is that we can't live like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, those people would be in a sad, depressive state tonight if they couldn't, like, there was 3 lads in there grabbing beers and wine and everything. They'd been to the races. They're going to get smashed up tonight. They're going to get drunk, and tomorrow they're going to be like, what a fucking night, mate. Do you know what I mean? That's the problem. When you live like we do, where you want more and you're pushing all the time, it exposes it. It's like, if you don't masturbate, you don't watch porn, you don't drink alcohol, you don't have these basic pleasures of life, like nice food, or you're not like gaming 24/7, you're not being distracted. So then your brain goes, I'm not doing well enough. I'm not in a good enough situation. This isn't great. This isn't, and it really exposes your life. I've just realized then a lot of people don't have that, because they'll go home tonight, they'll put a movie on Netflix, they'll drink that massive bottle of Coke that they had, they'll eat a load of sweets, you know, go to bed feeling happy. And it's just like, it always brings me back to the Tommy Fury, that's hilarious. That shows how good PR can be sometimes. The Tommy Shelby quote from Peaky Blinders, when he said, do you have a gardener? And he was like, I have 3 gardeners, 3 generations of men with no ambition, who are all happier than I will ever be. And that is my life, actually. Like, it's hard to be happy when you're constantly pushing, you're constantly wanting more. Because if somebody else right now was in my scenario, they'd be like, this is fucking great. But for me, I'm like, I want more, I want to keep pushing, I want to keep pushing. That doesn't mean I'm not sad, doesn't mean I'm not down, because it's personal to me. But it does tell you a lot when you think the things that are getting you down is just because you're highly ambitious, whereas other people are just kind of just fucking getting on with just a standard normal life, and they're really happy with that. And it does expose a lot. You know, like tonight they'll all be out, they'll all be getting drunk, their Christmas is coming up, you know, they're going to be excited. I'm going to be working on a course for Hamza, because I'm like, I gave him my word, I have to do it. Those people wouldn't have that, they wouldn't take it on, number one, but number two, they wouldn't have the moral compass to be like, I gave him my word, I have to get this done. It's a gift and a curse, ambition. It really is. The before and after. That is so healthy, honestly. Everything in there is, I know it doesn't look like a lot, but half of it's in the cupboard as well. But I'll probably have to go back at some point. I just tried to go as healthy as possible. I probably could have got even more meat, but that should last a while. Some good structured meals that should last until Thursday-ish. Let's just put this into perspective, okay, guys? So when I first made a video sat in this exact position just a few hours ago, feeling a little bit sorry for myself, just thinking, you know, everything's tough, I'm tired, I want to keep going. Just a little mindset switch, a little routine, the mindset switch of your life's not that bad, things are going well, look at all the positives. Okay, let's make a little routine. Get up off your fucking ass, you know what I mean? That's a big one. And now we're sat here with a full fridge, a full cupboard. It was a relatively cheap shop, actually, considering it's going to last a while. We're going to be doing, we've taken the bins out, we've thrown the shoes out, we're going to clean the whole house. So that when I wake up tomorrow and I go to the gym, which is another positive, when I come back, the house is spotless, there's food in the cupboards. So we're going to wake up early, hit the gym, eat good food, the house is clean, full day's work on a Sunday. Do you see what I mean? I don't know why I'm leaning over here. Puts you in a little habit, puts you in a little routine. Starts it starts momentum, it starts something. Now, you know, you stay on top of that for the next, let's say, week or so. By the end of that week, guess what? You start getting amazing results. You start feeling better. You probably get double the amount of work done. Oh, and hey, 2 stream platform projects are done. Oh, thanks, Alex. Let me post these in the trailers. Now everyone's buzzing again. You know, this bare knuckle one looks sick. Oh, you know, and I was thinking about posting Simp Society for free on the on YouTube, or the bare knuckle one. I want to post one just to give you guys an idea of the quality for those of you who haven't signed up. I'm not sure which yet. I might do bare knuckle, but in a month. I'm tempted to do that. So then that builds a buzz. Do you know what I mean? Because I've done Hamza's videos, I put out my own video, and then you'll go into bed on Sunday night thinking, I've smashed it. Can you see the switch? Like, I'm already feeling pretty good about myself. I just need, you know, a couple solid weeks of the gym, and then I'll start feeling pretty much like myself again. You know, boxing next week, and you start, you know, it toughens you up again. You start thinking, okay, I want to be out in the world. I want to be amongst it. I don't want to be, you know, you're working in the house all day. You go out and you feel cold. Oh, it's cold. I want to be back in. Like, it's horrible. It's an easy pattern to fall into, especially when you're making money from that and things are progressing. You have to stay on top of it. So, yeah, this is progress, guys. Like, in a matter of hours, you can make that much progress. So, I had to park my car way away, so I have to be up early to move it. It's so annoying. I pay, and there's people who don't pay around here that park in my space. Pisses me off. There's nobody to enforce it. But we'll probably do a little bit more footage tonight and then continue this tomorrow, guys. But this is kind of stage 1 of how you get out of that little routine. I just hate the fact that somebody feels down or something goes wrong and they go, I'm depressed. I've got depression. I feel, it's like, I don't think it's quite to that extent though. Why is that the first word we use? It's become too easy. Why can it not just be, I feel like shit, life's not, you know, going as planned. A few things have happened. Life's getting on top of me. Okay, let's get back to the basics and put things back on the straight and narrow, just like steering a ship that's gone off course. You know, it's not rocket science, and that's why I really wanted to make this. And by the end of this might be like an hour-long video over the period of 2 or 3 weeks. That's going to be really cool to watch. So fingers crossed this helps a few people. Okay, guys, here's the hard part, right? Woken up, it's freezing cold. My car is parked somewhere away from my house where I have to go and get it. I've got no choice, otherwise it's going to be a parking fine, which I'm not too worried about because it's like 30, 40 quid, right? But it's still not ideal. But I feel pretty sluggish because I've been going to bed late. It's been hard to actually get to bed. So I haven't had the full 8 hours that I wanted. As you can see, I just look puffy and tired. So in my head right now, everything is saying, don't get out of bed. Come on, like, just stay in bed. Who's going to know? Whatever. But this is the accountability you need to take, whatever it takes. For me, it's usually music. I have an affinity with music. It gets me going. So going to play some music on my phone, and just as soon as I get that, because, you know, the motivation that you have yesterday, because it's the first day of this new thing. I feel so bunged up, so it's killing me at the moment. That's gone. It fades. For one day, you can watch one of my videos or something, or somebody's videos online and be like, yeah, let's go. But if you want to get back in the cycle, it comes from just you. It just comes from in here. Just, right, fuck it. Do I want to live like this forever? Do I want to get back to a routine? Am I happy doing this? Am I wasting my life living like this? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not going to change unless you do. It's a cliche quote, but it's true. And right now, I'm thinking to myself, what a great day could be ahead of me if I get up now. My eyes are sticking together. What a great day ahead of me if I just get up now, go to the gym, still early. You know, it's coming up 8 o'clock. It's still early. If I go down now, I've done all my shopping. You know, the house is pretty much clean. All it's going to take is, you know, an hour in the gym, come back, and you're sat at your desk at 9 a.m. on a Sunday ready to work. That's some top 1% shit. So then I start thinking, okay, and what did we set in place as a goal? Well, what we set in place as a goal was that at the end of May 31st, I want to move back to London. All the issues as such that I was talking about are going to be gone. Okay, excellent. And you know, we're going to be in a much better position. And that dream life that you've always wanted, you know, whether it be the perfect woman, the perfect business, the perfect day job, the cameras that you want. I want a 25 grand camera that's very similar to, well, it is the one that they use in a lot of Hollywood movies. Okay, when I'm starting to look more awake even just talking about that. So, you know, you can tell it's a mental game. You know, it's got me thinking, well, I'm not going to get to that point without it. Okay, so you're in this little town right now and you're not 100% happy. Okay, so what are you going to do about it? You know, are you going to just be pissed off until you can move? No, let's work now in this 6-month gap until we can, you know, make that move back to London. And you can be back in the big city, happy as hell, energy high. Because it always happens to me when I'm in London, my energy's high as shit. Okay, well, that's the game plan. Now I've got a little bit more energy. So put some music on, jump straight out of bed. Okay, that's my plan. Right, guys, it worked. It got us up, it got us out. That's why you should have a certain playlist that just makes you feel a certain way. It's only 8:30, I think. This is what I want you to look at. I know it's disgusting, but look. So somebody was obviously sick last night, going out, getting drunk. So if you ever feel down, if you ever feel bad, just realize that most people are masking it. Most people are hiding it, going out, getting drunk, and they'd feel the exact same way if they did what you did. So you're on the right path. Question is, did we get a parking fine? I don't think we did. This is the other thing when you get down and low. Look how dirty my car is. Looks disgusting. Now we're good. Just quickly, guys, I want to say, for those of you thinking, oh, maybe this is an act, maybe it's just a video to get views. A lot of you know I used to have the worst actual depression, what I thought was depression, when I was like 23. You know, in hindsight, you realize what it is, and this is why I'm so good at dealing with it now. And I don't, like, I'm not on camera crying, going, oh, guys, do you know what I mean? Like, I've got systems in place to deal with it. That's not to say it doesn't hit me in waves, which is why I was so keen to have a wave. I know it sounds weird, but I was like, okay, just put that on ice, but when one happens, I'll make the video, I'll make the series, and I'll show you guys how I put myself back on the right track. And, fuck, I'm telling you, man, it's like 95% mental. Because I'll get to the gym now. It's easy. Once you're at the gym, you're lifting weights, you got a tank top on, your arms are looking flexed. That's fucking easy. You know, you're up early. You know, you grab a coffee, you feel like a mature man, and you can get some work done. And you're like, yeah, what a good day. Can you do that 14 days in a row to build a habit? Like, that's tough. I just walked past 2 people, bearing in mind it's like 8:30 a.m. on a Sunday morning. I just walked past 2 people that were the best dressed people I've seen. You know, like long winter coats, well groomed, beautiful woman, handsome man. And I was just like, okay, we've just walked past a pile of sick. Do you want to be that motherfucker? Or do you want to be those people? Do you know, like, it's right there. The complete contrast within like 10 seconds. That's what you got to keep deciding for yourself, guys. Do you want to be, you know, do you like having a good body? Do you like being in shape? Do you like having low body fat? Do you like female attention? Do you like being the biggest guy in the room? Like, these little things, it's like, well, just, you've got to fucking keep going then. You know, do you want to, look how wet and cold the UK is. No, I don't think it's ugly. Like, this area is actually beautiful. You know, I know the alleyway was sick, doesn't quite give that impression, but the rest of it is beautiful. I'll show you quick. This is called the Promenade. I know it's obviously raining, but it still looks pretty nice, right? You got like some trees, some high-level stores, some art stores and stuff like that. It is beautiful. It's like a mini kind of Knightsbridge, Kensington area, which is, you know, I quite like it, but obviously I want to be back in London. So it's not the worst ever. But you do think to yourself, when it's like this and it's wet and windy, fuck that, I'd rather be somewhere else. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you want to get to the point where you've got your own holiday home, the one I showed you in a previous video in Marbella or something, and I can just jet there now and just get my work done? Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what gets me going. And then, you know, that playlist, that music, and that reminds me, that's what it is. It reminds you of those moments where I was a dreamer and I used to think of it. And, you know, making money makes it harder, because there's the old quote, it's hard to get up and go for a run at 5 a.m. when you wake up in silk sheets. That's why these waves still hit me. That's why it still comes. So people are going, oh, you know, you've got money, it's easy for you. There's new problems that come along with that. Laziness seeps in. And this is how I stay on top of it, okay? So this is why I really wanted to make this series, because I think it's going to help everybody. I feel like every video right now is me sat in my car, so we're going to mix this up after this. We need to go to Reese, don't we? I forgot to go and get those boots. I saw it just as I turned the camera off. We are at the gym. Really not that busy inside. I think people are just using it as a car park for those homes over there, which is actually hilarious. I need to get my beard done on Monday, but another thing I need to do is clean this car. I need to clean this car either today or Monday. So, you know, that looked horrible. That's another thing, right? It's the same thing as the boots. It's the same thing as the grooming. It's the same thing as keeping yourself looking good and whatnot. You don't want to let that slip. You don't want to let your car drop down. You don't want to make it look all dusty and dirty, and, you know, it's not a good habit to get into. So I'm going to keep that going. So, yeah, let's include that on the list. Okay then, guys, I'm back from the gym. I couldn't be bothered to record. I just wanted to get shit done, you know, so just got back. And a little piece of advice, actually, when trying to get things back on track, don't linger at the gym, and I'll tell you why. You know, get your hour done and get out of there, because people don't tell you this about, you know, getting shit done. And I've only seen Donald Trump actually mention it, where he's like, the gym kills your energy and takes up all your time. He was like, it's pointless. And I don't agree with that. I don't think it's pointless, but it does take up your time. And I'll give you an example. When we set off to the gym this morning, all of us, we went together. Look how tired I look, that's shocking. The streets are empty. You saw, I did a little panning angle. The streets are empty, there was nobody out. I've just driven home from the gym. It's like 9:30, well, closer to 10 actually. And it's so busy. There's mums with like 3 kids pushing the prams around. Like, you know, there's just like normal people just out do it, like who don't go to the gym, who have never been to the gym, out living their life, getting on with their day. So technically now I'm behind. Do you know what I mean? And if it was a weekday, I would be an hour behind, and now I have to shower. Now you have to eat. You have to, do you know what I mean? It's so much you have to do. You have to shower, eat, clean up, like put your gym clothes in the wash and whatnot. Like it's not an easy life to live. That's why so many people fall off. So my advice is don't linger at the gym. You know, like if you're a fitness model, fitness athlete, yeah, you can do like 4 or 5 hours. That's your whole life and day, and like you're getting paid to do that. So the more content you get, the better. But for the rest of us, the average person, it's just like, go there, do your hour and fuck off. Just get out of there. Do you know what I mean? Just do a solid hour, train hard, get out. So otherwise, like I said, it is 10 now. By the time I eat, shower, etc., boiler's broke. I just remembered, fuck, I'm going to have to heat up some sauces and have a bath or something. I should have gone at the gym. What a needle. So, yeah, by the time you do all of that, you're looking at, and then you sit at your desk, you know, your nice cup of coffee and whatever. It's probably like approaching 12, midday. So realistically, unless you're up at like 6 a.m., you're behind everyone else if you're a person that goes to the gym. Unless you can work late, which I can, but I'd rather get up early, get everything done, and get into a routine. So this is why it helps. You don't have to do it from day one. Like, and like, here's the thing, guys. My life isn't in the gutter. Like, I'm not starting from 1. I'm just saying I had like a bad few weeks where I just thought, oh, fuck this. Like, I feel tired and whatever. It's just too much. Like, everyone's got a breaking point. It's just too much. And then this is what I'm showing you is like how to rebuild. I just think it's a raw, honest video. And it's like first day you get up at 8 a.m. even though I said non-negotiable up at 7 at the latest or something. I said, okay, well, you're getting up an hour later. Do you know what I mean? Well, I actually woke up at like 7:30, so it's not that bad. But then tomorrow I'll probably be up at 7. And then the next day I'll probably be up at 6:30 and then 6. And then, you know, you've gone to the gym 4 days in a row and suddenly you're starting to feel yourself. I already feel like myself. It was like, I walked in that gym and I was kind of feeling sorry for myself. By the time I left, I was strutting around. I felt pumped, you know. I feel pretty big. I feel like everything's coming back to normal pretty quickly, which is just, you know, it's always going to happen because of the nuclei in the muscles. So, you know, I'm already back up to like 90 kg. It won't be long before I'm 95, 96 again, and I feel humongous. It's my legs that lose it the most. Like, if my legs didn't lose it, I wouldn't lose a single bit of size. But that's from boxing and mobility and whatever. But yeah, you feel good, you know, you're surrounded by people. There's other guys there, and there's kind of like a competitive aspect. There's obviously beautiful women in the gym. They look over, ones with their boyfriends that are looking, and you feel like, okay, like your testosterone goes up again. That's why it's so important to be out and about. And you know, I'm gonna have a shower, eat some food, get changed, fire up the computer, and then I'm probably gonna go have a look at those boots to see if they got them. And then I might go into a coffee shop and just grab like a drink or something like that, just because it's around more people, it's out and about, it's in public. Because what you don't want to do is, like, the gym's great, but you don't want your life to just be work, gym, work, gym, work, gym. That's a quick way to burn out again. And you don't really talk to people in the gym. It's just music playing, everyone's got headphones in. You want to be in different environments. Like, I still do the marathon mindset on everybody, you know, men included, because I use it as like a conversational thing, a friendly thing. You know, like I mentioned that couple this morning that was well dressed. I said to them as they walked past, I mentioned how well dressed they were this early in the morning. I was like, what time do you get up? And we all laughed about it. Some girl held the door open for me when I was walking in the gym, and I said to her, I was like, you're leaving already? I was like, what time did you get here? You know, and we had a quick little laugh and discussion over that. That's important. Even if I feel like shit, I try and squeeze those things in, because I just think it starts rejigging your mindset of like life, humanity, conversations, you know, the social side and whatever. And it starts bringing you out of your shell again. Whereas when I'm in the house working for like 5-6 days straight and things are stressful, and you're going to bed late, waking up late, and you feel like shit, oh, I haven't been to the gym for 5 days, I might as well just eat that pizza then, fuck it. Do you know what I mean? You start getting really destructive with my all or nothing mindset. You start thinking, there's no point talking to anybody. Something like, it gets worse and worse and worse, and you just need to nip it in the bud and get back to normal routines. So, you know, already I just feel more confident, I feel better. So that's literally 24 hours from making this video, guys. So I'm showing you how you can put this in order. It helps that I've got the groundwork from years and years before, but I'm just showing you that depression, feeling low, feeling sad, whatever, it is just like, it's just temporary for a few days or weeks if you can get back to a normal routine. Like, you could be in the worst scenario ever, but you're in a good routine and you're like, but I feel optimistic. Like, I'm going to get my way out of this. That is a whole different ball game to, oh, what's the point? Do you know what I mean? That's a whole different ball game. I'd rather be in that first scenario at the lowest point ever, but with optimism, than to be doing okay, but just to be like, oh, I've lost motivation, I can't be bothered. It's massive, guys. This whole game is just mindset, and it's just, you fall off, you rejig yourself, you put yourself back in the right position. And if you're doing the right things 90% of the time, you're probably going to find success, okay? If you're doing the right things 50% of the time, you're probably going to be a great man. But, you know, if you can do it 90% of the time, like I said, I had a 10% drop off for like 3 weeks. If I can rejig that, and then the next 6 months is unbelievable, and then I go on holiday for a week at the end of May or 2 weeks or whatever, have a little break, relax, and then I go, okay, I need to get back to it now. And I have a solid summer of working again. You know, you've had like 3 weeks, 4 weeks in the whole year of like, oh, I wasn't living too well at that point. You know, I let myself go at that point. Like, maybe you might do 2 months like that, but then 10 months are solid. That's not that bad. It'd be ideal to be great all the time. But I think people put too much pressure on themselves, always being perfect. I'm not. I've had depression in the past. I felt like shit the last few weeks, and I still don't feel amazing today. I feel way better, but I don't feel amazing today. I still know there's things hanging over me, but it's on the right path. And I think that's what people need to realize. The most important thing is just putting that steering wheel back in the middle. Oh, we're about to go off the road. Steer it back. Okay, we're not in the middle yet. We're drifting. There's a corner. There's another corner. Oh, there's a bit of ice. Okay, just make sure you're on the steady. Oh, now we've hit a nice, smooth, flat road. Brilliant. Like, it comes. It's peaks and troughs, you know? So don't get too concerned. Right, we're off to buy some boots. Hopefully they've got them. It's only a small store, but we'll have a look. Worst case, we'll get them online or look somewhere else. So we have got goodies. And I say goodies because I was a little bit naughty. So we got shoes, and there was a jumper that was just too nice. So what we got is a standard kind of thick knitted jumper. You can see that is thick as hell. Nice baby blue. They had it in white, but it was medium. It's just not going to fit me, so I got the large in the blue. You see these as well. I only got these for summer because I just needed something comfortable. And these are the shoes. So pretty standard, I guess, Chelsea boots. But just all leather. Yeah, just go with everything. That's what I figured. Can't be bothered to mess around.
Right, important lesson. I've put the shoes on right away. So why have I done that?
The reason I've done that is because I want to feel professional. It's like, for example, if you were working from home and you were like, oh, I feel lazy, I feel sloppy, but you hadn't showered yet and you were still in like your pajamas. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out why. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just feel lazy, I can't bother today, I just want to have a comfy day, I want to watch some shows on TV. Yeah, of course you do, because you're not dressed for it. You know, like you've not, like this morning, and I'm not saying I'm perfect because obviously I've been in a situation recently where I haven't been to the gym. This is the point of this video. But the difference today is I was up early, I was in the gym, I've come back, I'm now well dressed, I feel good. I could do with the beard trim, looks pretty awful, but that's not open until tomorrow. My guy's not available. I look tired, skin's starting to look a little bit better. I need obviously beard done and whatever, but I'm still looking a little bit grey. But it's on the mend, do you know what I mean? So I'm starting to feel a little bit better, a little bit more professional. I've probably spoken to about 20 different people today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 of which are women, right? So it already puts you on this, like, the reason I make that point is not to boost my own trumpet or whatever. They were just normal conversations. I'm saying it puts you in form. Do you know what I mean? It's good practice. It just puts you, testosterone's up. It's a nice reminder of like certain things that are out there in life, and, you know, reminder of who you are and what you're capable of and what life has to offer and stuff like that. So, you know, I think these things are important. And, you know, if I'm walking down the street in those shoes that I showed you a minute ago, I don't feel that great. In summer, they were okay because they were new. And it was quite nice. It was quite relaxing to have them on when it was boiling. I'm walking around in winter and I'm like, I feel cold. My toes feel cold. I feel sloppy. I feel as though if a fight broke out right now, I'd slip over because I've got no grip. I think it's wildly important to have that base, that foundation underneath you. It's the same for life. And I think, you know, some solid shoes, some really nice clothes. I feel like you can accomplish anything when you feel good, you dress good. You know, let's say if you've slept well, skin's looking great, you've been taking care of yourself, you've been in the gym, you're the biggest you've ever been, you're the strongest you've ever been. You just feel sharp and athletic. You've just had a fresh haircut or something, beard's been done, whatever it might be, and you've got your best outfit on. You haven't drank alcohol for months, you've been eating clean. Like you walk differently, you talk differently, and it puts you in a good mindset. I remember when I was really young, I think I was 18 and I was unemployed, and my mum actually made a call for me for the, what do you call it, for the job centre. And it was just to get some benefits until I found a job. And they said, can we speak to Christopher? And she was like, no, because he's at the gym. And they went, well, like, what's he doing at the gym if he needs to find a job? And she was like, because he needs, you know, you need to be in the right mindset and physical shape. She was like, it's more important than actually getting the job. They couldn't understand that on the phone, but my mum, that was her mindset. And I have the same mindset. As long as your fundamentals are ticking by, you're going to be in a good mindset. Whereas if I was like, oh, I can't find a job, not going to the gym, yeah, I'd like a job. Like, that's a way worse situation than coming back from the gym and being like, okay, I'm excited, I'm ready to go and whatever. Now, in hindsight, I should have made the call, my mum shouldn't. But it's just, you know, it's a story, we evolve and whatever. But that is a skill, or at least a mindset that you need to carry over into life, guys. That, you know, your appearance, your physical health, the way you dress, the way you talk and stuff like that. These are massive. You know, reading a book instead of watching a movie. It's going to put you in a certain mindset. It's going to put you in a certain space where you're probably going to succeed, or at least excel. You're going to feel better about yourself. So now that I've got this good foundation underneath me, I feel like I'm dressed pretty well. I'm going to, you know, I've had a good day in the gym and whatever. Look how talkative I am. I am now going to sit in front of that camera and I'm going to make probably 10 videos, which will finish Hamza's videos and probably make 1 or 2 of my own. Then I'll edit them, put them out. And then tonight, you know, it's Sunday and I'm going to think to myself that I'm pretty accomplished today. I've done a fair bit. Let's see what the week ahead brings to me. And I'll be up early tomorrow. And you just think to yourself, okay, well, we got a rhythm now. You know, back in the gym, day 2 in a row. Okay, I'm starting to feel padded out now. I look good. House is clean. I'm dressed well. I look good. Can't wait to get home and put my new clothes on. Do you know what I mean? There's just like little... It matters, guys. I promise you it matters.
He felt he had a certain swagger, and obviously he had stayed with that for many, many years. But when he saw himself clean-shaven and with that haircut that Orbe gave him, it was just a reality check. And suddenly it's like, why just own one restaurant? I can own a chain of them.
Chin down, look into the camera lens. Chin down again.
I'm going to appreciate myself and the image I present to the world more. The attention to detail on the inside and the outside. It's important.
I mean, this is a guy who owns a restaurant, I believe, a restaurant entrepreneur in the making. And part of what we wanted to do, we asked all the guys, where do you want to be in 5 years? Where do you want to be in 10 years? And help them dress their future. You know, dress the part and it will come to you. So dress like a restaurant entrepreneur, you will be a restaurant entrepreneur, you will own many restaurants. So you need to dress like what you want to be in life.
I'm just in the office setting up the lighting and I just spotted this. You see that bag on the floor? That bag was from a shoot that we did. The Bare Knuckle, the final interview of the Bare Knuckle, that was last week, like Thursday, I think. What day is it? Sunday. Do you know what? It might have even been the week before. I've been that busy. Either way, it's just been sat there. It's been sat there for roughly a week. That's not good enough. And that shows the mindset that I was in. You're tired, you're deflated, everything's going wrong. And you kind of get back, you just slump your stuff down. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow. This is the reason I'm telling you this is because this is how to catch yourself in these states. I'll do it tomorrow, I'll leave it there, it'll be fine. Like, let me just slump this down. Like, I got back from the gym this morning, put my bag on the floor and I was like, no, sort the bag. Go through it all, sort it, do what needs to be done. You know, get out all the stuff ready for tomorrow so it's not like, oh, fuck, my bag stinks. My boxing gloves smell. Do you know what I mean? And stuff like that. I wasn't doing that before. I was really tired. So that's what I mean about the mental state. And it's massive. It's so important to everything, guys. Morning, guys. Okay, so morning, guys. If I have beads of water on my face and head, then is my head doing the peeling thing again? Or is that water? That's water. We're all good. I feel really good today. Honestly, I feel amazing. It's crazy how fundamentals can put you in such a good mood. It's mad, honestly, guys. Like, I cannot explain to you the difference in my mindset. And I knew it was going to happen. I'm not making this video going, I found this new revolutionary thing. I've been doing this for years, okay? Every time I feel shit, every time I feel down, there's some standard basics, you tick them and you get back to normal, okay? So we did a ton of videos for Hamza's course that he wants to make, that he wants to put out on his school on behalf of videos that I've made. I did about 8 videos yesterday. I've got 3 or 4 left to do today. I should have it done. So, you know, accomplishing things makes you feel great as well because you're ticking boxes. I'm about to pop to the barber to get my beard done, which is, you know, it's a good thing to do to stay on top of things. New shoes, beard trimmed up. If, you know, you start feeling good about yourself. We've been eating super clean. I think it is slightly showing. I don't look as grey. I think I've been getting out more. I think I look a little bit cleaner. This week's great. This week is fantastic. I mean, they were here this morning. They repaired the boiler. It works, okay? Just jumped out of a hot shower, so that's nice. There was a leak on this roof. You see that spot up there? I think there's mold coming through. Small problem, but, you know, is what it is. So, yeah, you know, problem-wise, I think things could be sorted this week. I think we could have a payment gateway in place. I'm going to be talking daily with the stream platform payment providers who we've got in place. I won't say who. And we're going to be going back and forth with them, trying to put some stuff in place and see if they can fix the issue. A lot of you have been donating through PayPal though, so it's semi-fixed, do you know what I mean? Everything's not as bad as it was. We've got 0 bills this week, which is just fucking fantastic. It's going to give us a little bit of a break. What else have we got? We've got 2 stream platform projects that should go live, so that'll be 2 new trailers on the channel. I decided as well, doing the course of Hamza, I'm probably going to make 3 of my own for 1M in general. I was going to write another book, and I was like, let's just put it into a course, because this course of Hamza has probably taken me 3 weeks. Writing a book will take me 6 months. So if I can just do 3 weeks of videos non-stop, put it into a course, structure it properly, you know, and do that 3 times, like over the period of 9 weeks, we're going to have 3 courses. So roughly by about Christmas, we should have 3 new courses going out. Perfect timing for the start of January. You know, it gives you something new to aim for and stuff like that. So it's great. So, but this weekly task list is really good. It's all things coming to a close. It's all things moving forward. I'm actually debating whether to continue this little video that I'm doing. I was going to make it into, you know, maybe like 2-3 weeks filming everything until I get right. I feel right already. It's mental, guys, honestly. Like it usually happens quite quickly, 2 weeks or so, and I'm back to normal. But I think documenting it and actually talking about it, it has almost acted like a diary, almost like journaling, like I'm getting these emotions out through the video. And honestly, it's taken me like 2-3 days. And I feel fantastic again. It's crazy. But I'll film at the barber's. I'll film doing some work today. I'll see how I feel in terms of just closing this up, wrapping this up, see if there's anything we can celebrate. I'll show you a little tactic that I used as well to really get myself motivated again moving forward, and might bring this video to a close. But you guys can see the system is not rocket science, right? It's just not feeling sorry for yourself and trying to be proactive. I'm back, and I forgot to film. I might be the world's worst YouTuber. Honestly, you look at my thumbnails, you look at all the other shit I'm doing. Oh no. Oh no, we're going grey. Let's chop that one out. I might be the world's worst YouTuber, honestly. Like, I just forget. I go to the gym, I forget. It's just never really on my mind. So, I feel amazing today. I'm getting great feedback. You know, I always do marathon mindset. Like I said, I always talk to people. Feedback today's been great. Energy's up. I feel as though I'm as confident as I've ever been. Just mindfully thinking about a good routine just puts you in good stead. Do you know what I mean? I bought 2 new skincare products as well. That doesn't work. I bought 2 new skincare products, which one I've used before, and the other one is for like rejuvenating the skin, dark circles under the eyes, and they said it gives you like more brightness in the skin. I need that right now. Do you know what I mean? I'm feeling grey and blue eyes, so that's gonna help. You know, it's just taking care of yourself. That's why I do these things. You know, you got new shoes on, you dress well, you get your beard done, you put some new skincare products on, you get an early night, you wake up, you've been eating good food in the gym. You know, you're gonna feel pretty good about yourself. And then all you have to do is just work for the rest of the day, you know? Get out at lunch, like I said, talk to people. Like it's not rocket science. That's why I wanted to make this video, because people are going to go, oh, look, he magically... It's like, I did feel like shit when I started making this, and I feel great already. And this happens to me all the time. And this is why the whole, you're depressed, go and get a counsellor. You're depressed, go and, you know, talk to somebody, seek out. It's like, truth be told, you can put it right if you want to. But I think a lot of people quite like the feeling of feeling like shit, because you've watched too many Hollywood movies. Like, oh, I'm the guy who doesn't get the girl. Woe is me. Oh, poor me. That's how a lot of people live. Whereas I go, I don't feel good. Okay, it's addictive. It's addictive to feel like, oh, I'm so sad. Poor me. And then I go, well, no, I can't live like this. This is fucking shocking. I'm not actually happy. I could be so much happier. Let me change some stuff and put some stuff in place. Now this is going to change. And with it, you guys have seen within 3 days. Now, is it easier for me? Yeah, I would say so, because I can go and buy certain things. That's the luxury that I've got. But I think you guys would still be happy without the new pair of shoes, new skincare, and, you know, a nice trip to the barber, you know, which is stuff that everyone can do. Like, it's not that expensive. Like, you'd only have to drop like 100 quid. You wouldn't even have to let yourself get to that low point. Do you know what I mean? You could stay on top of it all. But, yeah, I don't think it's that difficult. So the plan for the rest of the day, we're going to finish off Hamza's videos. We're going to do my own videos to the channel. And then I'm going to attempt to fix the payment gateway stuff. I'm going to touch base with Alex, see where we're at with the project and the trailers. He's got him and his friend working on them, so it should be quick because they're doing one each. I've got to eat now. I'm having lamb. I haven't eaten breakfast, but I'm having lamb. This is the thing about eating clean, is you just don't have a normal routine. It's like you wake up in the morning, you go, chicken? Should I eat chicken? It's really weird. But yeah, it's a good start to the week. Everything's being fixed. Everything's going well. Let's just get back to a normal routine. Let's knock these days in. I haven't been to the gym this morning because obviously I had the boiler people come around to fix it. I just wanted it fixed. So I might go later on. Or I might use this as my rest day and go tomorrow. Because my shoulder, I was boxing yesterday, my shoulder's all bruised. Like external bruising, like I can literally see bruising on the outside of my shoulder. It's so weird. So yeah, I think that's from hooks or something. And I trained shoulders and then I was throwing hooks. I was throwing, so I think it's just caused some bruising, which isn't exactly ideal. But hopefully you guys can see the trailers this week and stuff. But yeah, this it's a great start to the week compared to last week. It feels fucking fantastic. So I'll keep this little episode running because some things could go wrong and, we run out of food or whatnot. And then it's just like, we're back to where we were 3-4 days ago. Maybe I don't go to the gym for 2 days. Maybe I take today off and then tomorrow something happens. I take the next day off. Okay, so let's see how you deal with that. So I'll keep it running, but right now, and this is the best I've felt in months, maybe years. Like I feel amazing right now. And it's because I'm consciously trying to address it, trying to stay on top of it. I'm being very mindful of my life habits. And that's all it takes. None of this, you definitely need a counsellor. You definitely need better help. You can pay £400 a month to talk to somebody about your problems. It's like, I've just fixed it with some real basic life habits. Just going to the gym makes you feel fucking amazing, truth be told. We are in the office. This looks like the old shirts I was trying to design. I'm about to bring them back soon. Some of you will remember. So we're in the office. I've been recording videos for about 2 hours. Energy hasn't dropped. Feel great. I was just on the toilet there. Too much information. And I was just thinking to myself, do you know what? I'm back. I feel like I've got all my energy back from, my best moments. Now, will that last? Will something pop up? Potentially. But if it's like this for like 2-3 weeks and then you have a down day and then you get back on that routine and you pick it back up, isn't that life? Isn't everybody like, if you had 50 down days per year and 315 great days per year, wouldn't that be a better life? Because we're all going to get down days. You're all going to get shit days. It's just how you react to them. And that's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for some down days so I could show you guys how it works, right? So now, I think I will bring this to a close. I think I'm going to put this video out because it's just, I'm just going to keep telling you how great I feel. But doesn't this prove something? That it took me like 3 days, probably 3 days to get everything back on track. I feel fantastic. It's Monday. It's only 2 o'clock right now and I am flying. I've got everything done. I'm on top of the world. I feel great. I can't wait to work till like 10 o'clock tonight. I just feel so energized. The thing I was going to say to you guys, I was actually going to say one thing that really helped me to get remotivated again was to build like a new kind of like law of attraction list, like things that I want, a lifestyle that I want, like the next phase of my life to actually like, I'm not talking about just getting pictures. I'm talking about pricing things up. I told you guys before, balling on a budget. I was like pricing things up, looking at how much money that I make and how much money we're going to make over the next few months and years and whatnot with the streaming platform and everything that comes with that. And I was like picturing my lifestyle and what's coming next and what's my next phase, because I think mine personally was very much like, you've done everything you said you wanted to do. What happens next? What's stage 2, phase 3, whatever it might be? And I've just kind of mapped it out in my head and gone, yeah, you're right. Do you know what? That's all ahead of you. That is all right there. It's ahead of you. It's, it's ready to go. So that really helped me. And it was pictures of stuff that, it's just pictures of stuff that I want. It was ideas. It was pricing things up. It was doing some calculations and being like, that's affordable. I can have that. That's easily affordable. I can have that. That's going to be the position that I'm in. pricing up the bills and then being like, okay, short term it's a lot, but long term, here's how much you're going to have available and spare. Oh wow, I'm actually going to be able to buy that place in exactly 12 months. Do you see what I mean? And that's got me going again. It's got me re-energized. I just don't see it stopping. So like this is the best I felt in years, which is actually hilarious, because I thought it would just be me returning back to normal and being like, there we go guys, let's go. This is honestly the best I felt in years. And it's radiating out of me today. I'm telling you, like walking down the street, people can sense it. People can sense energy, and you're getting a certain level of feedback from men and women that you can tell, okay, something's happening here. I feel fantastic. Like there's a change in me. My energy's up. I'm electric today. Do you know what I mean? Like you can sense that from somebody. And that's why everything that I've done in this video matters. And I hope this acts as, a new fucking system. A new system for depression and being down and like, oh, I need medication, oh, I need therapy. It's like, look what I've just done in 3 days. I feel fucking fantastic. Now, if you're operating on a normal budget and you can't do the certain things and you're in a 9-to-5 job and you hate it, it might take a little bit longer. But it can't hurt to write down your plan, your goals, what's getting you down. It can't hurt to make a strategy. It can't hurt to put the basics back in place of gym, early mornings, early nights, clean eating, 4 liters of water per day, a skincare routine, keep my appearance looking good, go for a walk at lunch. That can't hurt, right, guys? Do you know what I mean? Like, that's only going to help. Like, 95% of what I've done in this video, everybody can do. Everybody can afford. I don't think it's that much of a problem. I think sometimes when you're and this is for somebody who's had depression and was suicidal years ago, I was getting the same sort of feelings, not suicidal and it wasn't depression, but I was having the same sort of feelings I had back then. I just read them differently. I read them differently now. I just go, oh no, I'm just sad I'm just drained. I just needed a couple of days off and then put my life back in order, put that structure back in order, get back on the horse and let's go again. Let's find that motivation from somewhere. Let's remember who you are and who you want to become. I just hope this video just provides that for people, because I think the strategies that we currently use to cope with this shit is actually counterproductive. I think it actually drags you down and keeps you there for as long as possible. I think you've got to think, for these companies that do therapy, these companies that do medication, it's not in their interest to cure you. It's in their interest to keep you coming back session after session, month after month for your meds. So like, why would they want to help you? They'd want to try and find new problems. Oh, let's find the root cause. And then they got you thinking about shit that you didn't even think about before. So now you're even more depressed and it's even more complicated. And the whole thing is just a tangled web of bollocks. Whereas what I'm doing here is proactive. I've done more today, and I've done more in the last 3 days than I have in like the last 4 weeks. And I feel amazing. Shock. I've slept probably the same number of hours. I'm getting up earlier and I've got more energy. Like it doesn't make sense, right? But it's just, there's a lot of fundamentals missing for a lot of people. And I want you guys to remember that next time you feel down. Revisit this video and follow my advice. You don't have to follow the steps. You don't have to go and buy yourself some new shoes. You don't have to, do X or Y. You just have to follow the fundamentals. Get the message. You don't have to follow exactly, but get the message. And this, guys, is the 101 for getting out of depression. Very quickly, guys, to end this video, very interesting. I was just like, okay, I want to go for a walk now. It's 3:30. I've been working for a while. I've eaten, so like, I'm not going to cook again. I've eaten some decent food, like literally just a few hours ago. And then I was like, oh, I'm into the gym today. I want to go to the gym. And my body was like, oh. And it's not the thought of going to the gym. I'm buzzing about going to the gym. It's the fact it's 3:30. And I know by the time I finish, get home, eat, shower, etc., it's going to be 5. And then I'm still going to have to do that work. I'm still going to have to record the videos, edit some videos and whatnot. And my brain was almost like, it's going to be like 10 o'clock tonight, 11 o'clock tonight, 12 o'clock tonight before you finish. When are you going to get a time to relax? Because there's no end point. This is what your brain always looks for, is an end point. And this is and I've got to check emails, and it starts building up again. You start going, oh shit. How you stay on top of it is you just go, you just do, because I'm old enough now to know that when I get back from that gym, I'm going to be like, oh yes, went to the gym, accomplished, I'm on top of things, that was brilliant, really enjoyed that gym, oh, I'm looking in good shape, look how good my biceps look and stuff like that, right? It's just natural. It's going to happen. As a man, you do that shit. Then I'm going to be motivated. Okay, let's do the next thing. Let's do the work. And that is what this game is all about. Just doing what you don't want to do when you know you have to do it. Because you've got goals in the future that you know you have, that you want to accomplish. You don't have to, but you want to. And if you don't do it, it's not going to get you there. And it's continuation of momentum. That is the key word to fighting depression. Continuation of momentum. If you let that shit slip, if you keep, I'm doing that thing again when I used to have a camera where, when I used to use my phone, where I don't actually look at that bit, I look at that bit. But yeah, it's continuation of momentum. If you let that slip, if you have like a couple days where you relax and whatever, and then you start saying to yourself as well when things happen, oh, I'll do that tomorrow. Oh, I'll wait. Because now I'm on top. I'm on top of things. I'm happy. Things are going well. Your brain goes, relax. We're doing well. This is the time when you're on top to stay on top, to kick it in gear, to keep doing. This is what makes this shit so hard. And like I said to you early on in this video, I want to become one of those guys that 365 days of the year is on top. Can you be perfect all the time? No, but I can do a little bit more. I can stay on top. I think I can consistently stay in this routine. I think it's quite easy to do. I've just not really like stopped myself and gone, do you know what? You could be doing a little bit more here. So right now I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to stay on top of things, and I might just keep this going very, very slightly, okay? I might just keep this going for like another 24 hours or whatnot, just to see what I do actually feel like when I come home. Let's do that. Let's see what I feel like when I come home, see if I was correct, and if we get all this work done tonight, and that's going to prove the concept. And I think this would be a great little message for so many guys out there that are struggling right now. Right then, guys, just got home from the gym. Still feeling good. Do you know what I mean? Like it's... I'm running out of steam a little bit, feel a little bit tired, but mentally feel really good. I had some really bad news at the gym. Another payment gateway I thought would, you know, they said something about supplements, like it'll work with supplements, whatever. They said, unfortunately, we can't help you and whatever. So I had that bad news, but I wasn't like depressed. I was just kind of pissed off. I was like, how do we solve this? And thinking proactively. So yeah, we're on the right track again. We're back to normal. So I will end this video. And this system is foolproof, guys. Absolutely foolproof. If you ever feel down, do what I did. Stay on top of things. One thing I wanted to mention as well that I remembered at the gym is just like looking back into like Tom Ford, one of my heroes, and just looking at like, I'm not in a place right now, area-wise, that facilitates the lifestyle that I want. Neither can you be who you want to be, do what you want to do, etc. But it is what it is. It's temporary. But you know, I want to delve into fashion, movies, projects, etc., the creative arts, and it's just like you can't really do that here. You can't really express yourself in the right way. So yeah, just watching back some of those old videos that really inspired me to get started and stuff like that, they rekindled something again. So, you know, round one, let the fight begin. I'm willing to go 1,000 rounds here, so let's win. Let's if I can't find a payment gateway, I'll build my own. I'll find a way around it. Right, guys, so when you're going through shit, when things are bad, one thing you have to remember is, again, the attacker's advantage, but also opportunities come from things going bad. The best things that have ever happened to me have been the worst things. And then at the end of it, I'm like, oh, if that didn't happen, I wouldn't have been here. I wouldn't have been forced to change this or do this or whatnot. And I'm just cooking at the moment after the gym, and I was just thinking to myself, I've actually just gone and found some high-risk payment gateways. I don't know why they call them high-risk. And I was contacting my kind of builders, and I was like, can we make one of these? Could we integrate it, whatnot? And then I was like, okay, so we're going to build a store into the Stream platform. We've got a Stream platform, and we're going to have our own payment gateway. I'm not just building a streaming platform. I've realized I'm building an ecosystem for anybody in our industry, or the men's industry in general, to sell their products or to post their content. So let's say you get a guy who's in the fitness sector, he's got his own pre-workout, and they ban him on all channels for whatever reason. You know, something that we would all consider lame. It's not bannable. Do you know what I mean? Something that's not even an offense, but you know how it works. And that person goes, I've got nowhere to go. I contact them and I'm like, you can sell stuff on my platform and you can post your content. So they post content on my platform, they sell their stuff. I take a percentage of what they sell. It brings a new audience in, you know. So I've started thinking that way. I'm like, actually, long term, yeah, it's going to be massive. We're going to build something great. But short term, it's like, we've got something scary here. If we keep chipping away at this, we have got something completely game-changing. It could be a complete disruptor to the industry. Like, we would never need anybody else again. Because at the moment, the whole industry's got you by the balls. You need social media, you need Shopify, WooCommerce, a Wix, a WordPress or something like that. You then need a payment gateway that they've approved who can hold your money and ban you anytime they want. Nobody actually owns their own business anymore. Nobody's actually in control. So you might as well just become one of the players. Do you know what I mean? Instead of playing the game, you might as well just become one of the rule makers. You might as well become one of the referees. And that's what I'm going to do. Over the next 12 months, I'm going to become one of the rule makers. I'm going to decide how the game works. I'm going to create my own payment gateway, my own store, build it into the platform. You know, short term, I use one of these high risk payment gateways and we'll use that for the platform because those payments are being blocked as well, which is nuts. Supplement payments are being blocked and everything. So yeah, I've realized what's come out of the back of this. So it's like, during your worst moments, if you just stay on top of things as I have and push and go, okay, I'm gonna make sure I don't go into a lull. Look where I am now. I've got a new outlook on the world. My whole business plan has changed. I'm like, okay, well, this could be even bigger than what we thought it was to begin with. That's why I don't believe in sitting down and doing like years of counseling to try and sort something that could be resolved in a week at the gym, you know, a week just making notes, writing down, just figuring it out, just being honest with yourself. Honesty is massive. You know, instead of just being depressed, just sit down and go, if I'm being honest, I've been a bit lazy lately, and that's probably why I feel like shit. That's probably for 90% of people how they would get out of it. Do you know what I mean? So, there's a life lesson, guys. I'll speak to you all soon.